Hello, welcome to another video. Going to do something a bit more fun today. We're just going to have a mess around with some strategies and play 0 to 100, which is pretty simple really. We're going to see if we can go from $0 to $100 using a small bankroll of $300. So we're either going to win 100 or lose 300, and we'll have a play around with some different strategies and see which works and which doesn't. And we'll see how we get on for time as well, see how many I can squeeze in. I don't want the video to go on forever, but I'm not going to be using timers today. We're just going to jump straight in, play the strategies, win or lose, and we'll see what happens. So, yeah, we'll jump straight in. So, we're on the table. Start with a clear set of stats, and then we're doing 0 to 100. We're going to start with one of the riskiest strategies I know. We've got a 300 bankroll. We're just going to go red or black with 100 on it. We'll spin with nothing first.
No more bets.
Just so we've got a new number. Right, we've got black. You can pick whichever you want really, because it's like a 47% chance it's going to come out. It doesn't matter what comes before it, but I'm going to go 100 on black.
No more bets.
See if it comes in. Oh, it didn't. It lost. So now we go 200. And then that's it. Bankroll's gone if this loses. In and out the casino in minutes. Ah! Oh. It came in. Wonderful. So the first strategy actually won. We did 0 to 100 in... I've not got a timer on. I don't even know what that was. About a minute or something. So, brilliant. So, that's the red and black strategy. We've done that one. Nice and simple. It doesn't often win. Like I say, it's you've got a low chance of winning that one, but it came in anyway. So we'll jump on to the next one. Right, so with this one, we'll do some a little bit, probably take a little bit longer, but there's a lot less risk involved, because this one we're just going to play on 2 dozens, which means we'll be using two of the dozens at the bottom. We'll be putting sort of $20 on as one unit. So we'll put $10 on one dozen, $10 on another dozen, and we're going to play this without recovery, because what we really want to do with this one is not only see if we can go from 0 to 100, but the chance of winning one of the 2 dozens is 64 or 65% with a 2 to 1 payout. Although it's a negative risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2, because we're betting 20 as one unit and we're only getting half a unit back as $10. But anyway, we'll see how it goes and see if that percentage actually holds up over time, and see if we can get a win.
No more bets.
Oh, it's spinning without me there anyway. Got border waiting, so we get a fresh number anyway. Right, we'll change the units, so we're just going to go on 10, and then because we're playing the 3 dozens at the bottom, all I do is I just put the units onto the 2 dozens, sorry, that didn't come out in the last spin. So the last one was number 8, so we're not betting on that first dozen there that's got number 8 in it. So we'll spin that.
No more bets.
See what happens. And 25, that's a win. Great, started out with a win. So I've got a fresh set of stats here as well. So we've had just 10 on this session win, so we can keep track of it a bit easier. So what number was that? 25. So that was, we'll put a bet on these 2.
No more bets.
$21. I think that's a win again. Brilliant, 2 wins in a row. So now we'll put our units on these columns, because like I said, we're not going to bet on the column where the number just come out. Not column, sorry, the dozen where the number just came out. So we've had 21, so we're not going to bet on that dozen. So we'll bet those bets. 2. 2 wins there so far. I think that's another win. Did we bet that? Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, another win. So 3 there on this session win. We're trying 0 to 100. So let's see if we can do that. No timer set or anything. We're just gonna. We want that one and that one.
No more bets.
We're just gonna play till it either wins or loses. Unless it goes on forever, then we might have to actually call it a day, because it can go up and down for a while, this kind of strategy. Like there, we're back to 10. And we're not going to go into recovery with this one. We're just going to keep betting and see if the
No more
odds are
bets.
in our favour, sorry. And see if we can get it from 0 to 100. So there's another win. So we're back up to 20 on the session win there. Just had 17 out, so we'll bet these 2 dozens.
No more bets.
Let me know in the comments if you've tried this one before, just playing something dead simple, just putting the dozens on. Oh, that's another loss, that's no good. So we're back to break even. So we'll rebet that.
No more bets.
That's a win. So now we'll go these 2 dozens.
No more bets.
$32 red. I think that was a win, wasn't it? Yeah, brilliant. So we are still only back up to 20 though, because there's no recovery on this one. So go on these 2 dozens.
No more bets.
Bet that. That's another loss. This could go on forever, this.
No more bets.
So we're at break even again. 17, that's a win. Brilliant. So we'll crack on with it.
No
Get
more
another bet
bets.
on. Like I said, there's no timer, so I want to get a move on with this one. See how quickly we can get up to 100 from 0. So we're on 20 again. But we've been here before, it keeps bouncing around, so see if we can push it up a little bit further.
No more bets.
Another bet. The good thing about this strategy though is that you can play it for a while. It can drag out for a while because you're not going into these really risky martingale recoveries or anything like that. You know, so it's just
No
much
more
more
bets.
conservative. You're not doubling up or anything like that. And, you know, it works well if you're in the casino just to have a bit of fun, really. If it's not all about the money, another loss there. But we're still up by 1 unit. 5, so we'll just rebet that. Yeah.
No more bets.
But yeah, you know, if you're just in the casino for a bit of fun and you're not really bothered about the money, you don't want to lose your bankroll in 5 minutes. Another loss. That's 2 in a row. So we're actually down 10 now. But we're going to rebet. I know it was 0 that came out, but we'll just rebet whenever it's 0.
No more bets.
You know, sometimes you can have a really long night in the casino and do really well, but then you'll enter into recovery and it'll wipe out everything, and it kind of makes the whole night pointless then. So sometimes it's good to play these more conservative ones. We've had a win, back to break even. So, but we need to crack on because I don't want to be here all day. What did we have? 29. So we'll bet these 2 dozens.
No more bets.
Another loss. Right, rebet.
No more bets.
But even with all these losses, we've not been in recovery, so we've not wiped out much of our bankroll. Okay. So another bet on.
No more bets.
I think that is a win. Did we have that? No, we didn't. Right, rebet.
No more bets.
See, this one's slowly ticking down now. We're on -3 already. Even though it is apparently a 65% chance of winning by playing 2 dozens. So what we're on -20, so we'll bet there and there.
No more bets.
Another win.
No more bets.
Let's see if we can get a good few wins in a row now. Try and push it back up. Sometimes it gets a bit boring if you're just constantly like in a drawdown and trying to claw it back.
No more bets.
This is why I use timers mainly on my videos. We can time it to, you know, gives you a signal to give up. This isn't going too bad. We're back up into a profit. So another bet straight
No
on.
more bets.
I think that was a loss. back down to 0. So rebet that.
No more bets.
Another loss.
No more bets.
Another win.
No more bets.
So you can see how conservative this strategy is. We've had quite a few losses, quite a few wins as well. And you know, we're only sort of 1 unit down. It's not too bad. If we'd been doubling up all this time,
No more
we
bets.
could have seen some really significant losses by now. And it'd be game over. It's another win. Just claim that bonus. So back to break even after all this time. But you know, if your aim isn't just about the money and you're just sort of about testing it out and, you know, managing the risk and stuff, or you just want a bit of entertainment, then by all means play this strategy, because, you know, we've not lost, and it's, you know, worth doing if you just want to spend the night playing it rather than be wiped out in 2 minutes. So we'll have another bet on there.
No more bets.
0 again. So we'll be back down now. We'll rebet that.
No more bets.
Down 2 now in this session, 2 units, or $20, whichever way you look at it. Another loss. At some point I'll probably have to call this, and just because it'll drag on forever. So we'll rebet that, but we're already down to 40.
No more bets.
Finally got a win. It's brought us back up a little bit, but we're still 3 units down. So we'll, what was that, 23? So we'll bet these 2 dozens.
No more bets.
Another loss. Right, what are we on now? Right, we're down 50 on this session, and I think chasing this up to 100 is just going to take either too long. We'll be here all day, or we'll take even longer, and we'll be down at 300. So I'm going to call it there, and just say this one not really viable if you want to make some money and jump up from, you know, 0 to 100. But, you know, if you want to just spend a bit more time and actually spend a while on the simulator, then it's, you know, it can be a worthwhile strategy, because you can end up, you get a nice series of wins, and then you can end up sort of, you know, 5 or 6 units up pretty quickly, and you could just walk away with that then, really, and then reduce your units down to a minimal amount for your entertainment value, but you've walked away with some extra money in your back pocket. So anyway, yeah, we'll leave that one there because it's going to take forever, and we're going to jump on to another one. Right, so I'm going to jump into this strategy now. We're still doing 0 to 100, but we're going to try the Voisins Tiers strategy. If you don't know what that is, I've actually simulated that one before, so I'll put a link up there somewhere. I think it comes out. I'll put a link to the playlist of my roulette videos. Just check them out. I've done the Voisins Tiers one before, and it did really well. And let me know in the comments what you think. I've got there's a video on the Romanovsky one as well in there. You should have a look at them. Let me go to... Right, so we're back on the wheel. I've reset the stats. We're going to go down to... We're going to be using $5 as 1 unit. We're going to try and go from 0 to 100. We're still using the $300 bankroll. And in this one, we're just going to play the Voisins Tiers strategy, but when it loses, we are going to enter recovery. But the recovery is going to be columns. So I'll explain that when we get to it anyway. We'll just get this one up and running. So we need to open this French section here, and we're going to put 1 unit on there, 1 unit on there. I've done that wrong. It's not 5 we want, it's 1, because you put 1 on there, 1 on there, and the sum is 15. That's what we want. The sum needs to be 15, so we'll spin
No more
that.
bets.
So this one's much more, I think the odds per spin on this one are about 65%. He says, as it just loses. So, lost 15 already, so we need to go into recovery. So now, this is where we need the 5. 14 came out, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go 15 on one column. We're always going to bet this column, and then we're going to go 15 on the other column that is not the number that's just come out. So we're going to go 15 on that. So that's gone up to 30 on our bet now, because we're going to double up and in our recovery to try and recover that first loss. So
No
we'll
more
spin
bets.
that. So that's a win. So luckily we didn't have to go too far with that recovery there, and we've recovered that initial loss and brought it back up to break even. So now what we can do is reduce the units again, and we'll go back on with our Voisins and
No more
Tiers,
bets.
and we'll see what happens. I quite like this strategy. It has. I've had some really good streaks with it. Really, it's been interesting. So nice win. We're up 3 units. We'll rebet.
No more bets.
A little bit risky with us using $15 and only netting 3. But it does cover the 0 this as well, and you'll get more. So another win.
No more bets.
Another win.
No more bets.
So it can take a while if we want to try the 0 to 100, because it is a little bit conservative, but this higher win rate might help us keep out of the recovery. Right, so we'll spin again.
No more bets.
So I've had another loss. Now, so we're down only 3 this time because we was in a profit. We're only down 3 in this session win, but we're still going to go into recovery. So now we'll switch to our $5. Right, so now, because we've had a 1 out, I always go on that column anyway. So we'll put 15 on there, and then we'll put 15 on this one. We'll
No more
spin that.
bets.
So we've had to double up on our original 15 bet to try and recover this. So I think that's a win, is it? Yep. So only had to go into sort of 1 recovery bet there to recover that. We're back up at a session win of 12, so not too bad. So now we go back to our original strategy. 15 units on the Voisins and Tiers.
No
We'll
more
spin
bets.
that. So we're up 12 on this session win. Another win. Rebet.
No more bets.
15 up now. Another win. Brilliant.
No more bets.
Awesome. Another win. So we'll keep going with this. Just keep rebetting
No
until
more
it
bets.
loses. And then we'll, when it loses, which I'm sure it will, we'll jump into the recovery again. We've been lucky with that so far. It's only took us... there we go. There's a loss. So we'll get straight into recovery. What was that? A 9 came out. So we'll go 15 on there. 15 on there.
No more bets.
I think this betting this method on these 2 columns is a 65% chance of winning as well. So again, we've only had to put 1 bet on and we've recovered it. Up to 21 on this session now, so we'll go back to our original 1 unit, Voisins, Tiers. Okay, I'm just going to pause for a moment just in case you want to get a screenshot or anything like that, and just actually look where where the bets are, so you can work it out for yourselves. There's extra on this one where it's 20, 25, 26, 28 and 29. There's extra on there as well where it crosses between the 2, 3 and the 0. The total's 15. Anyway, let's crack
No
on.
more bets.
35, that's another win. Brilliant. So rebet.
No more bets.
Let me know in the comments if you've tried this one out, or if you're gonna try it out or anything. Let me know what simulators you're using and stuff like that. I'm always keen to know what other people are up to. Okay, we'll bet that again
No
because
more
it was a
bets.
win. This is one of my favourite strategies, this, because it more often than not it does kind of creep up. He says, I always say that stuff when I lose. I time it beautifully, honestly. Right, so we need to go into recovery. Use 5, we've had 14, so there we go.
No more bets.
Hopefully we'll be in and out of recovery again nice and quickly. 24 black. Nice easy win, in and out. Awesome. So back to the original Voisins Tiers, 15 units bet. Or $15, whichever way you're looking at it. 0, we are actually covered on the 0. That's a bigger win than we normally get. Normally my heart sinks when I see a 0 because it's normally a loss, but no, this strategy actually covers it. So we're up 36 now in this session. We're going to rebet.
No more
We'll
bets.
spin that. 27 red is a win. Brilliant. Rebet again.
No more bets.
36 red. I think that's a win. It is. Wonderful. So as you can see, $42 or units up on this session win. I don't think we've actually been at a loss. I don't think we've been negative yet because of the way we're using the recovery system as well. So we'll rebet.
No more bets.
Hopefully this one will work and we'll get our 0 to 100. Let me know if you've got any better ways or more conservative ways to get from 0 to 100 quickly. Obviously in the simulators, don't go crazy and start chucking your bankroll away in the real casinos. That was another win. So we'll rebet.
No more bets.
Black number 2. Another win because it touched on the 0 as well. That's fantastic. So that's a 9 unit win on that particular bet. We're over the halfway line now, so we'll rebet.
No more bets.
Another win. Rebet.
No more bets.
It's just getting interesting now. We've had a good streak of wins here. Not had to go into recovery for a while. Another win. I'm going to stop saying that stuff because I keep jinxing it. Sometimes I say it and then it loses. I should just be quiet and just play.
No more bets.
Let me know in the comments if you want me to shut up for a bit. I will do. Or we can just watch. Doing one of those ASMR ones. So we've had another win. So we're up 63. We're just gonna nice and easy rebet.
No more bets.
That's red number 1. That's a loss. Right, so can go back into our recovery. Hopefully we'll be in and out nice and quick. So we're gonna go 15 there. 15 there.
No more bets.
Obviously just doubling up on our original 15 in a martingale style strategy. That's another loss, so we're going to rebet, but we're going to have to double it now. Go to level 2, which is now 60 units, which is a bit risky because we're going to eat away at these profits and then lose our bankroll if we're not careful. So
No more
spin that.
bets.
Number 2 again. I think that's what we lost on originally. Yeah, we had a 2 not long ago, if you can see there in the results history there. 2 again. But anyway, luckily that was a win. But as you can see, because we are using the columns as recovery, we didn't fully recover the amount, as we was up to 60 or whatever it was on the last one. So we need to go back one bet. So we had level 1, which was 30, then we went to level 2, which was 60. We need to go back to level 1, which is 30. Alright, so we're going to rebet 30 units, but we're going to bet on these 2 columns, because we've just had a number 2.
No more bets.
32 red. Is that a win? Oh, it's a loss. No, so we're going back up to 60 on that now, so we'll double that.
No more bets.
That's a number 9 red, which is a win. So as you can see, we're back up to 48 units. We were on level 2 in the recovery, so now we'll go back down to level 1. So we had a 9 on the last one, so we'll go 15 on this column, 15 on that column, 30 units total.
No more
Bet
bets.
that. Hopefully we'll win this and get out of recovery. 24 black. Another loss. Right, rebet, double it, spin
No
that.
more bets.
Don't need to explain, you can see what's going on now. 20 black. It's actually a win. Brilliant. Right, so we're going to have to rebet, but go back down to level 1. So what did we have there? Number 20. So what we're going to do now is we're going to bet on that column and that column. Back down to our original level 1, which is 30.
No more
We'll spin
bets.
this one. And then I keep saying it, but hopefully this one will come in and we can get out recovery and get back on with it. 19 red, which is a win, finally. Right, so you can see now we're back up to our original 63 units. So our recovery system is basically a 1 up, 1 down, but with a higher percentage of winning. So we've been into recovery quite a few times, and we've been in and out of it quickly, but we actually did alright. Whereas that one, we was in it quite a while, it got a bit risky, but we're back out of it, back to our normal strategy now, 63 units up, so back down to 1 unit. Voisins Tiers, 15 units total. We'll spin
No more
that.
bets.
So it's been a bit longer this strategy, but a bit more conservative too. And it looks like we might make our way up to 100, because we're already on 66 over the halfway line. That was a win. We'll rebet.
No more bets.
See what happens. So let me know in the comments if you've tried that kind of recovery system before, and how many times it's wiped you out or how many times it's saved you. It's helped me a lot of times, definitely. I quite like that recovery system, 1 up, 1 down. So 69 up in this session, and yeah, that was a win, just confirming. Rebet that.
No more
And we'll
bets.
spin, see what happens. 23 red. Another win, so we'll rebet.
No more bets.
Nice easy system, put your bets on. As long as they win, you rebet. If it loses, we'll jump into recovery, which is pretty straightforward. It's just risky, that's all. The only thing with a recovery, risky business. So rebet.
No more bets.
Need to crack on really, or this video is going to be really long. You'll all be half asleep by now. I'm nearly half asleep. Although I won't be if we win this 100. This would be nice. Right, rebet.
No more bets.
Spin. And then win. Hopefully. Black 2, that's a loser, innit? No, it's a win. A bigger win. I thought we lost on that. Awesome. Just take my bonus there. Right, so as you can see, we're up 87 in this session. We're trying 0 to 100. We're nearly there. And we're only using a 300 bankroll as well. So a low bankroll, 0 to 100. Nice and safe. We've not been below 0. Couldn't really go any better. This is why this strategy is one of my favourites. It's brilliant.
No more bets.
And it's got an 88% miss percent. Obviously, because we're spreading the bets out. That's why. Right, there we go. So as soon as I start talking positive like that, I lose. So we're going to go back into recovery now, but we're still up 72 in the session. So switch to 5. Just had a 31, so we'll put 15 there, 15 there,
No more
and
bets.
spin. Hopefully we're in and out. 12 red, I think that's a win. It is, fantastic. Right, so we can crack on. Let's try and get up to this 100.
No more bets.
15 bet there, 87 wins. 87 on the win, sorry, in the session win. 13 red, another win. Brilliant, that's 90 now. Rebet.
No more bets.
Black 4, sorry. And another win. Awesome. So 93 was so close. So close. Another bet.
No more bets.
0 to 100 and we've not been below 0. It's been risky, obviously. It's, any strategy is risky against the roulette wheel. You know, especially with the house edge. So 96. So close. So close. And that was a win. So we're going to rebet.
No more bets.
You bet, you win, you rebet. You bet, you lose, you go to recovery. 26. It's another win. Oh, 99. So we need to do one more bet because technically 99 is not 100. We do 0 to 100. Whereas if this was real, if this was a real casino, I wouldn't bother. I'd just take that. But for demonstration purposes, we're going to rebet. We're
No
going to
more
spin.
bets.
14 red. Oh, I don't believe that. Should have just took that 99. Right. Here we go. Right, so we'll go into recovery. Get our 5 up. We're on a 14, so we'll do 3 there. 3 there. That's 30 total. We'll spin
No more
this.
bets.
Hopefully we're in and out. And then see where we're up to. It's a 9 red. That is a winner in and out of recovery in one bet. Thankfully, so we're back to 99. Back down to 1 unit. Voisins Tiers 15 total.
No more
Spin
bets.
this. Hopefully, last spin. Come on. See what we get. See what we get. 25 red. I don't know off the top of my head. Yes, it's a win. Awesome. So we've done it. 0 to 100. Well, technically, 0 to 102. Using a $300 bankroll. And we've done it without even going below 0. Wonderful. So, yeah, because I don't want this video to go on forever, we'll leave it there. We've tried 3 strategies anyway. One of them we broke even on. One of them we actually did the 0 to 100 in about 3 minutes or whatever it was. And then this one, it's taken a bit of a while, but it's gone 0 to 100 and it's not dropped below 0. So, let me know what you think in the comments. I quite enjoyed that one. It was fun to play. It's one of my favourite strategies, that. And it's got a nice recovery system as well, where you can go 1 up, 1 down, recover your losses. It's spinning without me there. It's getting bored again. But there's no bets on. We've done what we needed to do. We got our 0 to 100. And yeah, if you like this kind of thing, let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe and stuff. And check out the other videos as well. I've got a few more roulette ones up. I put all kinds of stuff up on my channel, really, just trying to grow my channel. So whatever content is doing the best is what I'll do more of, probably. So let me know what you think. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.